जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, निर्मल पुत्र गजानना, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। अष्ट विनायक मंगलदायक, अष्ट विनायक मंगलदायक, अष्ट विनायक मंगलदायक, अष्ट विनायक मंगलदायक, निर्मल पुत्र गजानना, मातृ प्रेम गजानना, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। सिंदूर वदना संकट हरणा, सिंदूर वदना संकट हरणा, सिंदूर वदना संकट हरणा, सिंदूर वदना संकट हरणा, निर्मल पुत्र गजानना, मातृ प्रेम गजानना, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, 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 मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
जय श्री माताजी भैया, you can start now.
जय श्री माताजी। A very warm welcome to all the seekers on our session this morning. It's a special day and a morning for us Sahajogis who celebrate today as the Sahasra day. So, a very special session today. I'll tell you more about it in our session. About the sessions that we're having, these are 3 sessions every day. And like one in the morning at 8 a.m. and one in the afternoon at 4:15 and one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. All these sessions are geared towards telling the new seekers more about what is Sahaj Yoga, a brief introduction, and uh, just about what is Sahaj Yoga essentially. Of course, the most important bit of self-realization experience is part of these sessions every day. These sessions are in Hindi. Only one session on Saturday morning is in Marathi, and one session on Sunday morning is in English for seekers who requested to understand in their own languages. Apart from this, we have one session going on every day at 5:30 p.m. for seekers who want to understand now more deeply about how to meditate and how to go deeper into meditation. Those who have understood the basics, understood the vibrations on their hands and chakras, etc. So these are all sessions going on for your benefit, all free of cost. Everything inside yoga is always free of cost, and this is just made available to you more freely and just more available to all seekers who want to understand. Now, what we'll do now in this hour or so is briefly talk about what is Sage Yoga, what is our internal subtle system like, and then we'll go towards the meditation session. At the end, if you have any questions, suggestions, or you want to talk about something, you can leave that in the comment sections on YouTube, or you want to even join the Zoom link, you can do that and talk to us. So now let us start. What is Sahaja? How was it started? What is the genesis? How is it different from other yogas, etc.? Sahaja was started by Shmaji Nirmala Devi, whose photograph you see right behind me, in 1970. On 5th May 1970, Shree Mataji opened the Sahasrar Chakra, which is why today we celebrate Sahajogis as the day Sahasrar. That is the day when she saw so many wrong gurus have taken over the world and are preaching wrong things to seekers, where the real seekers of truth are not able to reach the right conclusions and are getting lost in the mire, in the, we can say, the show being presented by these wrong gurus. That is where Shumataji decided that now the time is right to open the Sahasrar Chakra and open a way for people to get the realization on a mass scale, not just one or two people getting it. So this is the importance of the day. Shumataji started Sahajog in 1970, and now it has spread all over the world. Everywhere it is being done free of cost, and there's no much publication about things of Sahajoga or not much PR done in a way. So it does not come out like other sects or gurus would have come. But it's been practiced and it's being shared among people like you and I. And that is how it's spreading and people are benefiting from it. So what is Sahaj Yoga? What is self-realization? What is Kundalini awakening that we keep talking about here? Yoga, the word has been used so much that we think that there are so many types of yogas and so many ways to reach God and all of that. But really, truly, what it means is union with the divine, union of ourself with the divine. That is what is yoga. That is the true meaning. That is the goal of anything spiritual. Sahaj means something that happens spontaneously on its own, simple. Something that is so simple that it happens on its own. For example, our breathing. We don't have to do much about it or anything actually. For example, our digestion happens on its own. The sprouting of a tree, the turning of a flower into a fruit, all of these things are being done by the all pervading power of God, whom we can call anything we like. But that power is doing all of this work, that is the living work of God, spontaneously, sahaj. It happens on its own. Nothing has to be done about it, really. Similarly, we human beings have been created from amoeba stage up to this stage, and we've been brought up in this evolution without us knowing about it. It has taken time, according to us, but according to science, by law of chance, this is miraculous that it has happened so soon, so quickly. All of this has been done by this great power. Our next step, our next evolution is also going to happen on its own by this great power. It's just that we have been given an option to choose for it. For the first time, our evolution will happen in our consciousness. We'll be aware of it. Now, all of this looks like very big talk. What do we have to do with our awareness, consciousness? Most of us are just so perturbed in our lives, so stressed out with the daily lives, maybe with some physical problems, mostly with mental stress of offices, jobs, husband, wife problems, and so many other things that have come up. Just a lot of you know competition with peers and jealousies and whatnot. All of this is what we really are trying to get rid of. As human beings, we don't really, many of us, most of us, are not really seeking spirituality. What we are seeking is just a way out from all of this tensions in life, all of this stress, all of this nonsense that is really troubling us. But the way out of all of this is what is getting our self realization. All of this has been created in our life so that we can slowly and gradually learn that the things that we run after don't give us the joy. And what we are looking out for is something really different. For example, as a college going kid, I may have had aspirations of getting a great job, great title, and great package, CTC, and all of that. But once I get that, I get into the politics of offices, then I want to go higher and higher. And I get completely muddled up in that mire and I don't enjoy anything really. It's just an example. There's so many other things like that. Once we achieve something, let's say we want to buy a house. We buy a house, then we are perturbed about keeping it all right, making it fantastic. People should come and say, "Wow, what a house that is." So all of that comes into us. Nothing really gives us the joy, and we are always troubled by these things that we try to keep on achieving. Slowly and gradually, we realize that what really is going to give us joy is something else. All of this is not true. All of this is part of this worldly Maya that we talked about, this Bhranti that has been created, this time of confusion that we live in. It is all part of that. That is when people turn to spirituality, to the spirit, to something that is higher. Unfortunately, the few people that do turn to spirituality also take to wrong things. Because so many wrong kinds of gurus have come in this world who don't really give you anything. Maybe you feel nice by going to a nice place and people talk nicely and all of that happens, but you don't achieve anything on your own. What Shree Mataji has talked about is about each of us becoming our own guru now. The time has come when all of us must get our self realization and be able to give it to others. We have to rise higher and raise others higher. You can see that the times that we live in, such horrible things happen, which are called as the Ghor Kali Yuga and all of that. The only way out is it seems that something is missing among us for sure. People can still do such horrible things. It means that God did not make us this way. There must have been, if we believe in a God, then He must have had a plan to make us something much more higher. That part is what is to be achieved. And if that is to be achieved, then that is the ultimate goal of our life. We come to those conclusions slowly and gradually. When we do come to those conclusions, that is when we really seek out spirituality. We get blessings once we get our self realization through Sahaja Yoga in such a way that most of our physical problems get cured when we get our realization. Our mental stress, even our emotional, familial, even our monetary problems get resolved for so many people. All the blessings that we can think of, which can come by getting connected to the divine, come to us. Not just that, there's something much higher that happens. We get a new awareness. Again, I know that I'm talking about something that People may feel that, oh, this is something just beyond me. But it is not something beyond, it's something that we feel on our central nervous system, something that is in our grasp. There is an all pervading power of God all around us. We've been hearing of that power since childhood, the power that does everything, that changes the seasons, that makes the trees grow, that does all the living work. But we have not been connected with that power. For the first time, when our Kundalini awakens and pierces our Sahasrara, that power starts flowing through us. When that power starts flowing through us, we feel it on our palms in meditation and at the top of our head as a cool breeze. Now, this you cannot do by anything. You can stand on your heads, you can read books after books, you can chant mantras, but you cannot make a cool breeze come out of your hands and at the top of your head. Why does this happen? This power, this all pervading power, has been described by many people, one of them being the great, great saint, I should say, Adi Shankaracharya, the first Shankaracharya who happened. He wrote in his book, the book's name is called Saundarya Lahari, which means beautiful vibrations. He says that when Mother's grace dawns upon us, we feel the cool breeze coming out of our hands. Said in Bible that when Holy Ghost will come, your hands will speak. It is not known what is Holy Ghost. In Quran, it is said that when Qiyamah's time will come, your hands will speak and will give witness against you. For the first time, we know what is inside, what is happening inside of me, what is okay, what is not okay, because we feel all our chakras on our hands and the main channels on our hands, and we know what is not okay. We can cure ourselves also. With this power flowing through us, we can use it for our betterment. We can even use it for the betterment of others. We can check the vibrations of somebody sitting in halfway across the world and see what is wrong with the person and cure that person also. Put things right. We can use these vibrations to ask absolute questions whether I should do this or not, whether this is the right thing to do, whether the person standing in front of me is a saintly person or is a devilish person. Today, the problem is that even if God comes and stands in front of us, we will not be able to recognize. We have been cut off from that awareness, that complete existence that is out there because we are not connected with the divine. Once we do get connected, we can get to know everything that is necessary through these vibrations. And when these vibrations flow, when we get into meditation, we feel complete peace and joy that we get after our self realization, which is what we are truly looking out for. There's a lot to talk about in Sahaja Yoga, and so much that Shree Mataji has talked of in her lectures. But as a very basic introduction, this should be enough for now. We'll briefly touch upon our internal subtle system. Again, there's a lot to talk about each chakra, but we'll just touch upon them so that you know in meditation when the chakra catches up where you should pay attention to. What does that mean? So a chart would come up on our screens now sometime. So we all look very different from outside, and we think that we are different beings, but we have been created by the same power, and that power entered inside us through this area again, the Sahasrara, the fontanel bone area, when we were in our mother's womb at 2.5 months or so. You know that this part is soft in kids. It does love tub. So the kids, the newborns, are still connected with the divine. As and when they grow up, they develop this I-ness and so many things of mind and jealousies. All of that comes in. Slowly and gradually, this calcification takes place and that connection is lost. But when we were in mother's womb, this power entered inside us from here. It created three channels because this power gets refracted into three parts of brain being a prism shaped entity. The one coming from the right goes to the left, the one coming from the left goes to the right. The one coming in the center creates the seven main chakras inside us. There are many chakras and many nadis inside our bodies, but the main The we can say the main driving chakras and nadis are these three nadis and seven chakras. Now, the power that created all of this comes after all this creation and settles down at the very end of our spine. There's a triangular bone called as sacrum bone. Interestingly, Greek named this bone as sacred, which means something. They named it as sacrum, which means something sacred. So they knew something about this bone for sure. Didi, would you be putting up the chart on the screen? I think there's probably some trouble in putting it up. In the meantime, so this energy that we call as Kundalini resides in all of us. It has been described in many scriptures by many great sages in our culture, and somehow we have lost touch about it. Nowadays, we are seeing charts of Kundalini and chakras coming up again, which is quite encouraging, but most of us have forgotten and have lost our moorings about this great knowledge that we have had in our great country. This power is called as Kundalini for a reason. Kundal means coils. This power, when it comes down, it settles in 3.5 coils, and that is why it is called as Kundalini. Also, this is the mother power. She's been there with us all our lives. Her only goal, her only aim is to give us our self realization, our second birth. In Sanskrit, a bird is called as Dvijaha. Also, a realized soul, a true realized soul, is also called as Dvijaha. That means twice born. This Kundalini awakening is considered as the second birth because we get to know a completely new world, like a bird breaks out of its shell of egg, it sees a new world. Similarly, when we get our realization, we are exposed to a completely new world. So this is about Kundalini. Now, the three main nadis inside of us. The first one on the left that we see in blue is called as Ida Nadi. Ida Nadi is responsible for all our past, for all our desires, for all our emotions. All of this is taken care of by this channel. It is also called as the moon channel. On the physical side, it takes care of a sympathetic nervous system on the left hand side. Now, people who are very emotional are all the time weeping, depressed, thinking of the past. They are working on this channel too much. And they may develop diseases that are normally considered as psychosomatic, which are incurable. We feel the status of this channel on our left palm. On the right hand side is the channel called as Pingla Nadi. This channel is responsible for our future, for all our actions, whether they be mental or physical. It's also called as the sun channel, and it takes care of the sympathetic nervous system on the right hand side. So people who are all the time futuristic, very ambitious, working too much in offices, planning too much, thinking too much, they're using up this channel a lot. Such people get very hot tempered also, very aggressive. And they use up this channel a lot, and the heat rises and causes many diseases in our body. We feel the status of this right channel on our right palm. In the center is what we call as the Sushumna Nadi. This is taking care of our parasympathetic nervous system. This is the, you can see that this is the path for Kundalini to rise and pierce our Brahmarandra. And this is the path of our balance, our, our center. So people who are leading a balanced life are very easy to get their self-realization and Sahaja Yoga. Because if you are too much on the left and right, first you have to be brought into normalcy and balance. Now, to talk about the various chakras very briefly again. These chakras are essentially, uh, they are in the subtle. On the gross, they're represented as plexuses in our body, and they're governed by various deities. All the millions of deities described are all inside us. and they reside on these chakras. All the incarnations across religions, the true incarnations that have happened in this world, the various gurus, prophets, etc., they're all inside us on various chakras and they govern several aspects of our being, and we worship all of them inside Yoga. We'll not talk about the deities right now. We'll just talk about the qualities of these chakras and where they're represented on our hands so that you can understand in meditation a little bit. The first one at the very bottom is called as Muladhara chakra. This chakra, as is mentioned, takes care of our wisdom and innocence. So, just going back to Muladhara, Muladhara takes care of our innocence and wisdom. So, what do these qualities mean? Essentially, these are qualities that, for example, innocence is very strong in children. So, innocent man is very easy to get self-realization also. People who are taking advantage of others, very conniving, they can be having a bad Muladhara. Also, people who go against sex in wrong ways, they can have a bad Muladhara chakra. When this chakra is awakened, we become pure, innocent beings, and we have the pure knowledge and wisdom of what to do, what not to do in life. This is the main quality of Muladhara chakra. We can see that around this are our excretionary and sex related organs. When we go against this chakra, the qualities that this chakra has, these organs can have a bad effect. But when awakened, we can put them in right again. You can feel this chakra where our palm meets our wrist on both hands. Didi, is my video visible or not?
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Acha. After this comes the Swadhisthana chakra. The quality of Swadhisthana chakra is creativity, as is mentioned here. Swadhisthana chakra is taking care of several aspects of our being. We'll touch upon them. So every chakra has left, right, and center, and we'll just try to touch upon some of them for now. So on the left hand side, on the Swadhisthana chakra, is the pure knowledge, the knowledge of divine that we are talking about here. When we go to wrong gurus or tantrikas and things that are the wrong kinds of knowledges, that is where this chakra can get caught up. When this is caught up on the left hand side, we feel it on our thumb on the left hand side. Whereas Swadhisthana chakra on the right is very interesting and more elaborate to talk about. So you can see that the right channel actually emanates, starts from the Swadhisthana chakra. Now, we saw that all our ambitious planning, working, all of that we do from our right channel. And we think that we actually think from our brain. The brain needs gray cells to process our thinking and planning. All of that is provided by Swadhisthana chakra, which converts the fat cells into gray cells and provides it to the brain. So people who are thinking a lot, planning a lot, working in offices may have a bad Swadhisthana chakra. Swadhisthana takes care of our liver, pancreas, spleen, uterus in women, and so on. When you are working too much in offices and even maybe physically, it's possible that you develop problems in these chakras, in these organs. But when awakened, this can be put right. Also, all our creative powers, all our art forms emanate from this chakra. Whatever work we do, we can do it in a more dynamic way. That is the quality of Swadhisthana chakra. Again, we feel this on the left and right side on the thumbs. After this is the Navi chakra, right behind our navel. This chakra is taking care of our complete benevolence in a way, which means that our family life and monetary life, our complete satisfaction in what we want to have in life is the blessing of this chakra. So satisfaction is a great quality that comes because of Nabi chakra. Uh, when this is awakened, we become very generous people, very gracious to others, hosts, all of that. All of This is important, but one main great quality of Navi Chakra is our seeking. At animal stage with Navi Chakra, we were seeking maybe shelter, food, etc. Human stage, we are seeking power, money, family, life, etc. Slowly and gradually, we realize that none of this gives us the joy that we're looking for. And that is how we move towards seeking the higher self, God, etc. So our evolution happens because of the seeking, which is the great quality of Navi. People who are very miserly have a bad Navi chakra. People who are all the time thinking of money, 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 they have a bad Navi chakra. Unsatisfied people have bad Navi. People who may have family troubles between husband and wife may also have a bad Navi chakra. This is represented here on our middle fingers. Around this is what we call as the Bhavsagar. We may have heard the reference of Bhavsagar in several bhajans, etc. So Bhavsagar is the place of the master principle inside us. This is the place of dharma that has been established by various gurus that have happened across the years, across various geographies at times. And basically, this is the dharma that is the innate religion that tells us this is right, this is wrong. It's not Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, etc. But this is the innate human religion that is established here. So when we go against that in any shape and format, this can be caught up. Also, this chakra is caught up when we take to wrong gurus as gurus, because this is the place of guru inside us. This is represented around the center of our palms on both hands. After this comes the Anahata chakra. This is the place of the center is the place of our confidence and sense of security that we are being taken care of by God Almighty. Now, this is if this sense of security is hurt in any way. For example, in women, if they are insecure with their husbands or family, they may develop breast cancer. In kids who are afraid a lot are the ones who get sick a lot. On the right hand side on this chakra is the place of father principle. So let's say kids who have not known their fathers since childhood may develop asthma, or if there's not a right relationship, etc. Then this chakra can be caught up. It's also the place of all maryadas inside us of an ideal son, father, etc. Similarly, on the left hand side is the mother principle. Left hand side is also the place of the spirit inside us. Now, what is spirit? What is Atma? Atma is the reflection of Paramatma inside all of us. So there's a reflection of God Almighty sitting in all of us and is a witness to all that we do. It's yet not come into our attention. With self realization, we can see a spark sort of comes in, and this Atma becomes it becomes the driver. It enlightens our chitta, and then it drives everything about us. We feel the Anut chakra on our little fingers, left and right side. After this comes the Vishuddhi chakra. The main quality of Vishuddhi chakra mentioned here is collectivity. As human beings, when we raised our heads, that is when we knew that we are collective beings. Through this, we know that we are part and parcel of a great being of the Virata. And that is how we can actually start looking at life the way it is as a Leela. It is not a mental projection, but it comes to us when we get our Vishuddhi Chakra awakened. That is when we can truly look at the life that we have as a Leela, as a play that it is. This chakra is responsible for all our communication also. So all outer part of our face, etc., eyes, nose, throat, ears, even our shoulders and our hands, which is all used in our communication. This chakra can be caught up on the left hand side when we feel guilty a lot. Some people feel guilty for nothing at all. Or even if there is a reason, we just go on feeling guilty about it. We should just correct it. Feeling guilty is very detrimental to Sahaja because that makes this chakra caught up. When this chakra is caught up, the nerves that are coming up to our hands from this chakra are not okay, they are blocked. And that is when we don't feel the vibrations on our hands when we meditate. So even if you get a realization, you may not feel the vibrations. That is why we have to very importantly say that I am not guilty. To leave all of this guilt to God and just correct ourselves. On the right hand side, the chakra is caught up when we try to dominate others a lot with our words. So people who boast a lot, shout a lot, use bad words, speak too much, and even take tobacco. All of these reasons can get your Vishuddhi chakra very bad. We feel the status of Vishuddhi chakra on our index fingers. After this comes the Agya chakra, where we place the Kumkumadi. Inside our brain is an optic chiasma. It's really a crossing like this, where this chakra is placed very subtly. It's a very small path for Kundalini to pass through. The main reason for this chakra to get caught up is our anger, through which we are not able to forgive others. So, forgiveness is the main quality of this chakra. After this, there are two balloon like things shown, which are called as ego and superego. Whatever actions we do in life, whatever achievements we have, we may not accept or agree to it, but there is some amount of ego in all of us. Similarly, whatever we learn in our life, whatever we see and get conditioned about, that builds our superego. We are built in a way that one or the other is always dominating, and thus the path for Kundalini to pass through is not open. But when we are able to forgive at the Agya chakra, Kundalini passes through the Agya and it eats up our ego and superego. So, in a way, Kundalini eats up our karmas themselves. We feel the status of Agya chakra on our ring fingers on both hands, left and right. The very end, at the very top, is the Sahasrara chakra, which we talked about at the very beginning today. This is the Brahmarandra. This is the hole to meet the Brahma. This has been called as the Shamdwar and so many other names. This is what the Kundalini has to pierce for us to get connected with the divine. And this is the place where all the chakras are also integrated. If Sahasrara is open, all the chakras can be put all right. Now, as we said, that we feel the cool vibrations at the top of our head when we meditate, and also on our hands. So here, the power starts flowing, and we feel it coming out of our fontanel bone area and touching our hand. When after our meditation, we'll do that just right now. The center of our palms is the place of Sahasrara. Now, this is enough for our theory part today. We'll move towards meditation. There are a few steps that we can first see, and then we'll go into meditation. So we'll see the steps with our eyes open, and you can do these steps with us right now. Later, we'll do these with our eyes closed. In Sahaja Yoga, we realize that we are made out of 5 elements, and there are many methods and ways through which we clear ourselves using these 5 elements. We'll use some of them now. In the first step, we'll keep the left hand open in our lap, as is shown here, and place the right hand on the Mother Earth. This is for cleansing our left channel, Ira Nadi. Now we'll bring the right hand into our lap and place the left hand towards the sky, like shown here, bent from our elbow. This is for clearing our Pingla Nadi, right channel. Next, we'll place both the hands on the Mother Earth. This is for bringing us into balance. Now we'll bring both the hands back into our lap and keep the left hand as it's open for the next steps. And just do the next steps with the right hand. We'll place the right hand on our heart. Here we'll press it. We'll have some prayers in meditation. This is the place of spirit inside us. Next, we'll place it at the top of our head, sorry, at the forehead. Place it across like we would in a headache and bend our head forward a little. Next, we'll place this hand at the back of our head where we place the pillow and push back our head towards the sky. The last step, we'll place the hand at the top of our head on the fontanel bone area so that our fingers are completely stretched out and the center of our palm is placed at the fontanel bone area. We'll press it, and while pressing, we'll move the hand so that the scalp moves along with our hand. Center of our palm pressing our fontanel bone area and moving in a clockwise direction so that the scalp moves along the hand. These are all the steps that we'll do today. Now, it's easy to understand that just moving our hands and doing some prayers is not good enough. Self realization is to be given by someone. And in each of my sessions, I always use this example. Shivaji Maharaj once asked his realized soul guru, Ramdas Swami, how long does it take for one to get their self realization? He said that Rajan, by the time you take your one leg from one side of the horse to the other side, that is how long it will take. Which really means that he wanted to say that it happens that shan, that very second. Now, you just need someone to give it and someone to take it, is what he said. We have to become the ones who can take it. Shree Mataji is here to give us our self realization. Her photograph has the quality, has the coefficients that makes vibrations flow through. Up until now, the real saints and incarnations were not photographed. This has happened now, and with the blessings of her photograph, we get our self realization. Shree Mataji's photograph would be coming up on our screens now. Didi, can you put up Shree Mataji's photo? Thank you. Will sit in a meditative state, cross legged or on a chair as is comfortable to you. Open both our hands in our lap and sit a little straight, not very straight, not slouching also. And we look at Shree Mataji's photograph with complete and utmost respect and humility. The only thought inside us should be that we have to get our self realization. Nothing else matters. These questions and doubts that may be coming in our heads right now, we'll just push them aside and tell them to wait and rest for a while. Because of those, we should not miss out on this great opportunity. We shall slowly close our eyes now and bring our attention inside. We will see, just see for now what is happening. Both our hands open in our lap, like we're asking for something. Now we shall do the steps that we had just seen with our eyes open. Now we'll do them with our eyes closed. Throughout, we'll keep the eyes closed. We'll keep the left hand open in our lap and place the right hand on the Mother Earth. Here we have to say, Mother, please take out all the impurities of my Ida Nadi through the Mother Earth. Mother, please take out all the imbalances and impurities of my Ida Nadi through the Mother Earth. We will also bring our attention to our left palm and just see what is happening. Mother, please clear out my Ida Nadi of all the impurities and negativities that it may have through the Mother Earth. We'll bring the right hand back into our lap and place the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Right hand in our lap, left hand bent from elbow towards the sky. Here we have to pray. Mother, please take out all the imbalances, impurities of my right channel through the ether element, through the Akasha. Mother, please cleanse my right channel. We'll place our attention on both of our palms and just see what is happening right now. Mother, please clear out my Pingla Nadi and take out all its impurities, negativities, and imbalances through the ether element. Now we shall place both these hands on the Mother Earth and we will pray, Mother, whatever imbalances and impurities are still left in my Ida and Pingla Nadis, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, whatever impurities, imbalances are still left in my left and right channel, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring me into balance. We'll bring our hands now into our lap. Now we'll place the left hand as is, keep the left hand as is in our lap, open, and place the right hand on the heart, on our heart. Press it here. Here we have to assert a great truth, which is the reality. Mother, I am the pure spirit. We are actually not this body, mind, thoughts, this personality, this person who has achieved this or that. All of this is really not real. It's all a myth. All of this is not eternal. The only eternal thing is our spirit. So we'll say this with full confidence that Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am nothing but the pure spirit. This is very important. Our Kundalini is very happy when she hears that we are on the path for our self realization. Now, as we are the spirit, we are not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. We'll say it with full confidence. Whatever we think we may have done, God Almighty, who is the ocean of love, compassion, and forgiveness, can forgive it. We just have to leave it to Him. We have seen that feeling guilty is very detrimental to getting our self realization. So we'll say that, Mother, I am not guilty at all. We'll say with full confidence, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Now we'll bring this right hand to our forehead and place it across like we would in a headache and press it from both sides. While doing this, we'll bend our head forward a little. Here we had seen that if we don't forgive, this chakra doesn't open up. We have to forgive everyone here and say that, Mother, I forgive everyone. You don't need to remember anyone, take anybody's name. Just in a blanket way, you have to forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive everyone. By not forgiving, we don't do anything. Play into the hands of people who have done us wrong. Whereas when we forgive, God takes over. So we say with full heart and actually doing it that, Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now we bring this hand at the back of our head where we place the pillow and push back our head towards the sky. Here, we have to say for our own satisfaction that, oh God, if I have done any mistakes against you, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Oh God, if knowingly or unknowingly I have committed any wrong against you, please forgive me. We can bring the right hand back into our lap to rest it a bit. Now we can bring this right hand again at the top of our head, the fontanel bone area, and we'll press the center of our palm at the top of our head. Push back our fingers so that the center of the palm completely presses the fontanel bone area. While doing this, we'll move the hand in a clockwise direction. While pressing, we'll move the hand in a clockwise direction so that the scalp moves along with it. We'll move our hand in a clockwise direction so that our scalp moves along with it. Also, we'll bend our head forward a little. Now, here's the most important step where we have to humbly ask for it. Without us asking for it, Shree Mataji cannot give us our self realization. So, very humbly, with utmost respect, we have to pray and ask, Shri Mataji, may I have my self realization, please? Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please, may I have my self realization. Mother, please give me my yoga, my union with the divine. Mother, please give me my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my self realization. Stop moving the hand and bring it back into our lap. We'll keep our attention where our hand was and sit in meditation for just a very few seconds. Now, we'll bring our attention to both of our palms, the very center of these palms. We'll place our attention and look in a subtle way. There's a cool breeze coming out of the palms, one hand or the other. Similarly, we'll take our attention to the tips of the fingers, both hands, and see if any of them have a tingling sensation or an uneasy itching kind of a sensation. These relate to the chakras that are not okay inside us. Now, once again, we'll bring the right hand at the top of our head and place it a few inches just above our head. Center of the palm, just a few inches above our fontanel bone area, above our sastra, and we'll move it front, back, left, right a little bit. You'll see that from a particular place, there's a cool breeze coming out of our head and touching our palm. Can be a very subtle feeling, so we'll look at it very minutely. We'll bring the right hand back into our lap and see the same thing from our left hand. We'll place the left hand just above our fontanel bone area, a few inches above, and see, move the hand, see if it is coming from a particular place. Could also be hot for some of us. No need to worry about that right now. I'll bring the left hand back into our lap. The last step will put both the hands completely up towards the sky, elbows stretched straight, and hands palms open towards the sky. We'll push back our head also and ask one of these three questions three times. Oh God, is this the Param Chaitanya? Is this the all pervading power of God that does everything? Is this the cosmic energy, the divine energy? Ask one of these three questions. We'll bring the hands back into our lap and answer to the questions. Your vibrations would have improved on the hands. We'll place our attention at the top of our head on our continental bone area and sit for quiet meditation for a few more seconds. We will slowly open our eyes and look at Shmataji's photograph. You can see that there are no thoughts right now. This is the first boon that we get of thoughtless awareness, Nirvichar Chetna, after our realization. We'll bring both our hands together in a namaskar, Shmataji and our Kundalini inside. Thank them for this blissful experience. For those of us who have recently joined us, I would request you to continue attending these sessions for a while to establish this experience. Also, there are ways and methods to clear ourselves and protect ourselves and meditate daily at home to maintain this and grow into this. This is like a sprouting of a tree. It has to become a tree. That is our responsibility. This is done by regular meditation and collective meditation. You must go to centers near you and meditate collectively with others. That is the best way to grow. All of this is again free of cost. How can you connect with us and learn more? Now, Didi will tell us. Jai Shri Mataji. Jai Shri Mataji, Didi.
मैं लगाती हूँ आपको ना। हेलो, जय श्री माता जी।
Yes, Didi, we can end the session by first telling a little bit about the WhatsApp channels, etc. And then we can end the
Sure, भैया।
session.
जय श्री माता जी everyone. If you are attending the session first time, we are requesting to subscribe to our channel. On YouTube live chat box, you will see 4 links from our end. First link is WhatsApp group link. If you have not joined WhatsApp group link, please join the link. On WhatsApp, on a daily basis, we send sessions links, PDF, chakra, nadis related videos, Sahaja yoga, Shri Mataji speeches. So please join the WhatsApp group. Second link is Zoom meeting link. If you have any question, you can join Zoom meeting and ask your question. Or if you are not comfortable joining Zoom meeting link, you can write your question in YouTube live chat box. On a daily basis, we try to resolve all the questions, all the queries. Third and fourth link is our YouTube channel link. On YouTube, we have two channels. First is on which you are attending online meditation, and second is for Shree Mataji speeches. Are both the channel are completely non-commercialized, non-monetized. All the advertisement options has been closed on the channels. The purpose of this channel to get self-realization at your own place. So please share the link to the new seekers or to the person who really want to feel their self-realization. On this channel, three live meditation sessions held on a daily basis. First is at 8 a.m. in the morning. Second is at 4:15 p.m. in the noon, and third is at 7:45 p.m. in the evening. So you can join any of the session as per your availability. And if you are aware about all the chakras, nadis, and everything, so you can join our deep meditation session, which holds on 5:30 p.m. on a daily basis. Praveen D has joined the Zoom meeting link. Praveen, you can unmute yourself. Do you have any question? Praveen ji, you can unmute yourself. Mm, okay, it's not. Apart from that, there is no question, Bhaiya.
Okay, can take Shimataji's permission and move forward.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shimataji, for today's wonderful session and all the deities. Thank you so much. Shimataji, please forgive us for all our mistakes. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai
We are
Shimataji.
ending the session now.